Hey y'all, so this is your tutorial for Teams. When you go to, we're going to start at the beginning. When you go to the Guilford County Schools page and click Staff, you need to access your 365. You probably already know how to do this, but if you don't, it'll take you to this page and it shows all of the Office 365 options. So if you're still trying to use any that are on the desktop on your school computer and they're not working properly, it's because the most updated ones are here. There's more if you can't find what you're looking for. Stream is a good place. Go to the blended learning channel. That's where I learn a lot of my stuff. So we're going to go to Teams, and your team will look similar to mine with this channel and this one and this one. So here I created one just for my team of art, music, PE at my school, and this is my PLC. Here's our grade level teams. So it has every student in that grade level. When you create a team, you're going to go to join or create team. And we are probably going to create a class most likely. If you want to do one where you can practice teams and share with your teammates at school, you can use the PLC version. And this one might be good for if we continue with remote learning. Like for example, I do a photography club, so maybe that would be a good way to set that up. So go to class, be very specific with your class name. I'm going to do sample class, but if you just name it art class, all of your students might get confused as to which one is theirs. So give it a very specific, like kindergarten art, maybe add your name or something. And you can, I'm at the max. Okay, this is new. Okay, you guys, it says that I am at my max for this, which is weird because I have done this twice already today, and the videos that I made for you had some errors in them and I needed to fix them. So apparently I cannot start a class right now. So I'm going to have to show you on an existing class. So when you do, you create a team. You need to give it a name. You can add members. So I'm going to go to the one that we use and use this as an example. So if I want to add members, so when you're adding your team people, you can type in their name and the students' names will start popping up. And there will be a tab right above here that says students, and there will be one above here that will say teachers. So let me show you what that looks like in a classroom. So if I wanted to add students, there's students, I can search for their name. You know, I could search Smith, and then there's some kids that would show up, and I could add them that way. Same thing with teachers. Okay, then after you have gotten all of the students in that you want, let me just show you what these do. This manages the team. This is to add a channel. So you could have, this could be a way around the max amounts of teams that you have. You could create one giant team with your whole school, and then you could have a kindergarten channel, a first grade channel, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. Showed you how to do that. Leave a team. So apparently I would need to leave some of these other teams in order to create some. Edit the team. I believe that just changes this picture. Get linked to the team. I will come back to that, but I want to show you how to set a meeting once you have your team. So once you have your team, you can click this. You can schedule a meeting, or you can do meet now. So I'm doing both of these. So for my very first scheduled meeting, I clicked this, I gave it a title. It was everyone please join. And you don't have to add required attendees here. It's going to invite the people that are already in the team. But if you wanted to invite somebody differently, like your principal, maybe they needed to observe, or someone else, then you can type their name in here. You set it up just like you would any other kind of thing in your calendar. You can change these times even more specifically than that. So you don't have to go by their set times, and you don't need to add a location. And then you click send, and it will send an invitation to everyone in your team with a link. Okay? The link looks like this. So when they will be given this information to join, and it'll say join. So let me show you how. So that's how you do the schedule a meeting. And if you want to meet now, you just click meet now. So I will show you on this one. So if I wanted to meet now, I would just click meet now. So once you are in this situation and you've started a meeting, if you're going to record it, you click those three buttons, start recording, and you'll notice that the recording will show up later in the feed. When you're finished, make sure you also make sure you say, I'm recording the meeting, and then turn it off, stop recording. When you're in a meeting, make sure you force an end. Click that. Don't just say bye and expect everybody to hang up. You can say bye and watch them as they hang up, but then you have to force this meeting. That way it doesn't keep the kids in the chat talking to each other after you've left. Okay, so we're going to end that. The recording will show up much like this one where we were testing it yesterday. Okay, so when you are in your, so let's say I want to make a meeting and I set up a time for the meeting, and I've done all of this, right, that I told you about, and it has that link that I just showed you a few minutes ago. So when you want to add that to your page, there's a couple places you can do it. So we're going to edit, we're going to go to, let's go to an assignment. Let's pretend like we're going to do something for December. All right, so let's say I want to add a team meeting in December. So I'm going to edit my page. All right, so here's my team meeting time. So let's say I've typed this, given it all the information I want it to have. I go back to my teams and I find that meeting and I click this link and I copy link address, and actually I'm going to rename this. This is going to be in a specific meeting, you know, let's say December 8th at 8 a.m. Then I'm going to link it. It's an external link. Copy and paste it. That's Control V as in vegetable. Okay, and then that is done. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in a second, but I want to do this at the same time. So let's say I just want to link the team and not a specific meeting time. So say I don't want to spend all my time setting up meeting times. I can get the link to the team, copy that, go back in here, and let's say this is going to be just a, not sure why that's, there we go. I don't want to do that though. Here we go. So meet us in our kinder team, okay, at, you know, whatever time, 9 a.m. And then I'm going to do the external link again, and it's already been copied. Again, Control V is your shortcut. And then there it is. So now when I save it, you're going to see that's going to take me to the two different places. So if I click this, it's going to open up a separate window. And there's our meeting. And as a student, I would just click that. And you would obviously, as the teacher, already have started that meeting. Otherwise, they'll be waiting in the lobby. They're going to wait in the lobby anyway for you to admit them in. That was for the specified meeting. If I just have a standing meeting time, but I don't want to invite everybody in the grade level, which is my deal, I just want to leave it open for anyone who needs supplemental help, then I just put the link in here, and anyone who needs it would click that, and I would already be sitting in a meeting waiting for the students, and they would have a little blue button right here that would say join if I were already in the meeting. Okay, so that's two ways to link to your Canvas page, and then obviously you would also link them here in your live teaching times. When you go back, if you have recorded anything in Teams, let's see if that showed up, that recording. Yep, there it is. So it shows up. It's there for everyone to be able to see, everyone to be able to access it. So just be really, really aware of what's going on in the meeting when you're recording. Do not make students turn their cameras on if they are not comfortable. So that is basics of Teams. Just play around with it, and hopefully you don't get locked out. If that whole thing keeps happening about your teams having too many, you not being able to create one, if you get this message again, like I was getting, your chain of command. So if you get this error message saying that I have a max number of teams, your chain of command is your tech person, whoever your tech or your media person is, and then your learning region blended learning. So do not email Sabrina Jenkins or Richard McGugan directly. Could you imagine if everyone in the county emailed them with problems? So go to your people on site at your campus first, and then your learning team. Okay, hope this helps.